be a cathedral, but I didn't want to say that because I was not building a cathedral. So I was like, I need to build one for the city, and she was like, oh. And then I go, I hate building stuff like this, like old medieval looking stuff, because it's a pain in the ass. It's too complicated and there's too much detail. And she's like, okay, yeah. And then she starts building something and says it's a surprise. So I was like, all right, that's nice. And I had a feeling she was building this, because even though she didn't want me to look, I kept on doing little sneak peeks. And when I saw two towers, I was like, oh, she's building a
So there's
cathedral.
something I want to say to you right now.
What? Wrong one, but anyway. So she was building this, and
Wrong
then I
one.
started building my church, and I didn't know if she was building this for me, so that I can like copy and paste it over there,
Me.
or what. But I asked her, and she was like, "No, no, it's a surprise for. It's just a surprise that I'm building something this big." And I was like, "Uh huh." So I think I ruined her plans by building that other church.
So wait, what is this based off?
I don't
What?
know. It's just a church. She got it from a Minecraft tutorial. I saw the tutorial
So
online.
just insert Misk Cathedral here type tutorial. Fair enough.
I haven't actually been on the inside. I don't know what it
Well,
looks like on the inside.
I want me and S to do Cologne. I'd love to do Cologne or Durham because both are pretty big, but obviously Cologne's like massive. How do you know so much about Cologne anyway?
I don't. I mentioned that it was built over 600 years. Oh, and the architect, the original architect, spent like 46 years of his life making it.
Well, you know more than me. I knew that it was roughly about 600 years, but
You said 600 days.
yeah, by
Have you seen the
accident.
yacht?
Yes, you should be the yacht. So this is basically where your time's been going on, which is fairly productive. I mean, I want to do a
Not really. I've
random.
been playing more crew and stuff,
I've
doing
been on crew.
playlists and
I bought. Oh, do you know what I want next? Actually, I haven't told you about this. Mini Cooper S, 2018, 2021, two door, 260 something brake, I think it is. Inline 4 2 litre. Similar engine to a 2 Series. They're actually pretty fucking sturdy, like really solid. And he's got the new i20N line. That's pretty rapid, can't lie, it's pretty fucking quick. It's one of the nippiest hatchbacks I've driven. He's had loads of minis in the past, and I really wanted an S, but I want a DCT.
hmm.
Well, it was a lot of S's inspiration. He's like, oh, you should get a mini, it'd be really cute and stuff. And I'm like, oh, true. So he's like, oh, it's got like this, and
You're
this. Like,
getting
oh,
a mini because your boyfriend says it's cute.
he'll wait there. He turned around, and he was like, oh, all this, it'd be really cute. And I was looking, it's got a twin pipe, 260 odd brake horsepower, 0 to 60, fucking 7-speed auto. Like, I'm looking at things like that, like daft specs. And he's like, oh, the cup holders look nice. And I'm like, looking at, it's got a sunroof, it's got a dual clutch.
I've given you permissions. I'm currently over by the church, just doing a
Oh, the
bit of
church that you,
this.
right, fair enough. Needless to say, that song is on my playlist.
Hmm.
So yeah, I did take your word into consideration the other day. It actually helped, because overstimulation is a big problem of mine. Um, and you said obviously just to calm down and well, kind of calm down and fucking just don't overanalyze things. Just
I
don't.
just wouldn't think about the relationship in general.
Why?
Because what's the point? Just gonna freak yourself out and stuff?
Hmm.
That's what I don't think about me and Ella.
you not reminisce or have nostalgia or a memory will pop into your head of a good time together? And you'll become sentient of the relationship, you become cognitive of it.
No.
Because, well, you don't actively ignore it, do you? It's just you allow it to exist. It's not like you're
It
going about... What?
it's how do I describe it? It's like it's like buying a nice 30 quid like crockery set. You buy it at first and you're like, oh, this is great. I'm going to use this all the time, and I'm going to show this off to the dinner party and stuff like that, and it's going to make it look real posh. And you get really excited about it, and you're like, yeah, I'm proud of that. And then over time, you know, you just, it's being covered in egg stains or whatever, and you've given it clean and that, and you're just like, it's a plate, and then give it give it about 7 months, and you just totally forget that this is like a new plate to add to your collection. It's just
It's like the worst. It's like the worst analogy ever.
it's
It's like a
accurate.
bit of
It's
China,
accurate though.
a cheap bit of
It's
China. So what else do you?
it's like buying a nice mug. You get
No,
it
it
and you're like,
isn't.
oh great, I've got a mug. It says something funny on it. The lads are going to find this funny, and then after 7 months, it's just not funny anymore. Nobody really cares, and it's just a mug. Who
What you're
cares?
telling
It's a
me is
fucking mug.
relationships are the same as me going May 4 years later. Basically, that's
Yes.
what.
Well, no, actually, no, they're totally different because you go in May 4 years later, it's just fucking annoying. If I was in a relationship that was the equivalent of that, I would have left Ella a long time ago.
It's literally been about 4 years as well.
It hasn't.
It has, because I worked. Where I got that from was 4 years ago, where I worked. I've said that.
Okay.
I've,
I thought you meant like since you started saying it to me, I was going to say it's not been 4 years, Lewis. We haven't been talking for 4 years.
we've been talking for what, 2, 3, something like that. I don't know. I'd need to go
No.
back. I'd need to go back because,
Well, for some reason, you remember when we first started talking on PlayStation. I don't.
well, if you go on our texts on all three accounts and scroll all the way up, it says a date. So technically speaking, it has been that long.
I wouldn't count that date though.
I wouldn't count it. I mean, when did we first meet in person? Was that coming on to 2 years? 2 years and a bit.
That would have been when you rode into KFC.
Yeah, Washington.
I don't think it was 2 years. I don't think so.
Uh, Fuck knows. Because when people ask, "Oh, how long have you known Wong?" It's like bit two and something, two something. So it hasn't been a year. It's been longer, I think.
Why do people ask that question?
I don't fucking know. Oh, how
Why
long
the
have
fuck
you
do
known
they
Wong?
want to know, the creeps? Fucking
Fucking know.
nonsense.
Comes into context sometimes. Like people are like, "Oh, how long have you known Harvey?" And it's like, "Oh, I've known Harvey I've known Harvey for 4 years. I know that much. Bit longer."
Nobody has ever once asked me, oh, how long have you known Lewis?
People are asking about me in Ackland Rugby Club now.
Yeah, they're probably asking, oh, God forsake, God forbid that guy comes back.
Yeah, because all I do is sit there and go, May. I can't believe you compared Ella to a old China set.
It's fucking accurate. And I didn't compare her to an old China set, I compared her to a new one.
Yeah, but you said it gets old and stagnant, and then you just don't care anymore once it gets to that point. I don't know.
No, it's not that it gets old, because a plate doesn't get old, it's just...
Well, it does, because it exists in time, from the time it was made to what...
Yeah. No, I mean, like, it doesn't go off, it doesn't decay or anything, it's a plate.
No, but it does have more risk and prone to being damaged by use. What I'm on about is you're on about comparing it to, oh, it's fresh and new and all this, and it's
No,
just...
I'm just saying, it's like, it's not a big deal, it's a fucking plate. I'm
A
trying to
plate
say,
is a
stop
plate.
thinking about... I'm just saying, I don't think about this fucking plate every single day and go, oh my god, I've got this nice plate. No, it's a plate, it's in my kitchen. Oh well. That's going to end up on the fucking YouTube, isn't it?
What?
That's going to end up on the YouTube, isn't it?
What is?
Me comparing Ella to a plate.
Well, funnily enough, we're actually streaming, so, so yes, it's gonna end up on YouTube. I like what you and Harvey have got some little like interlinked fucking sixth sense because him yesterday I was on FaceTime. Well, I was on call. I didn't show my face. I was on with Neve, his girlfriend, and him. Don't ask. And I mentioned about the TikTok and the YouTube that I own. Because she was on about TikTok. I was like, oh, I've got a gaming one. You should follow. Well, she went, you should follow me. And I went, well, only if you follow mine first. And she said, okay. Harvey turned around and went, you do not want to see that TikTok. And I was like, why is everyone who is active members of it have problems with me uploading to it and contributing?
Think about it. Think of all the reasons why he may not want... The same reasons why I don't want Ella to ever see some of those TikToks.
Some of the TikToks that you... No, because you're not as bad as him. You're actually considerably tame in comparison to him.
Not when I'm talking about her.
You don't talk about her on my TikToks. If anything,
Oh, no, on the TikToks on the YouTube.
Oh yeah, because I've got to edit it. So it's like raw clips and then it gets cropped and then it turns into a short.
Fucking hell, I'm drinking so much water, I need a piss again.
The only person you've got to worry about is Harvey slagging Ella off because there's a video of him going, he's got greasy hair.
And that video of him drunk slagging off when I said, hey guys, look at this car that I'm buying Ella. Oh, and to answer your question, what am I going to do with that car? Well, the car is a deal, is what it is. It's a win-win situation. Essentially, she wins by only paying £400 for a car, because I'm paying half of it. So she wins by getting a car for £400, and she gets a car that's going to be upgraded as well. So there'll be mods on there that she's going to have for free. So that's what she gets. What I get is, I can't afford to have two cars. I can afford to buy another car. I can't afford to have another car. So, I can't afford to double the insurance, double the tax, double the fuel, everything like that. I just can't afford it. It'd be stupid of me to do so. So, essentially, I wanted a project car. So I thought if I get her a car, it gives her a reason, like a very good reason to get a job so that she can start fucking working. Gets her starting, her life as a motorist. And I get something to mess around with when I fancy picking apart something. So I've got a build. She gets essentially a free modded car for only £400, and I get something to mess around with. In the same way that I get a project car for £400 it runs. And it's a really good car. Low mileage, cheap, very clean, good condition. I had a look at the MOT history, and it's mainly just the same boring little shit. Like, oh, your brake discs needed replacing, your brake discs needed replacing, your brake discs needed replacing. Oh, they've been replaced. On the advert, he said that it had a clutch judder, but he had it examined, and apparently the clutch is totally fine because it's got loads of meat on the bone. On the plate itself. So he said it's not that the clutch needs replacing, it's just got a weird clutch judder. So he says himself, because I called him about it because I was a bit concerned. Obviously a clutch is quite expensive and I want to get a working car. So I called him about it and he said essentially if me or him were driving we wouldn't notice it because we're just used to... I drive crap Land Rovers and shitty hire cars, and he basically does the same thing, but, well, except for the Land Rovers, he drives old vans and stuff, and he says that because we're so used to cars that are just a little bit more difficult to drive, we've got no issues with it, we wouldn't even notice it, but for somebody who's new to driving, they would possibly stall every once in a while, and I said, oh, right, okay, cool.
But she's not going to know any different unless she's daily yours for ages.
Exactly my point, that's what I thought. But then, yeah. I don't know if she's going to do her driving lessons in her car, or an
It'd be
examiner's.
wiser to do it in the examiners, but the only
Well, I
issue
think
you've
it'd be
got there,
wiser to do it in her car because it'd be cheaper, and
not as
this is a place for us to express creativity. Like, this is a project of mine. Every once in a while, I
What are
build a new
you?
city, and every single time it gets better. And I'm
What have you
very.
turned into? It's a place for you to express creativity. What are you, like, the chairman of the LGBT human rights activists? Like,
The good, the bad, the ugly, the stupid idiot. Okay.
what are you going on about?
Oh, this is somebody's T-shirt that I saw on Facebook.
You went from this, like, fucking guy who was one of the lads, and, you know, he was always cracking about and going on about really fast cars and fucking all this other shit. Now you're going, oh, I want to sit down, drink tea, and talk about creativity and expressing our emotions and our feelings in the form of Minecraft.
Lewis, you're saying this like you're surprised. Do you not remember the garden shed conversation?
Yeah, I remember the garden shed and the in the garden fucking metal attachment.
Garden centre.
Yeah, the metal attachment. We've been going to garden centres. I took him to Cowles, Newcastle.
No,
I'm
no, no, no. Don't start trying to acting like it's normal. I joined the party and I was talking to Dominic or Harvey or something about a shed that I saw, and I said it was a pretty cool shed and I liked it. And you went, "Oh my god, this is such a boring conversation."
It was a
I can't
boring
believe you went from.
conversation.
So, not all conversations have to be something from a fucking action movie.
No, but it fucking helps, doesn't it? I mean, what would you rather, a Ferrari 458 or a Fiat Multipla? A 458. Don't sit there and say a Multipla
I
because
actually really like multiplers.
you need to kill yourself. Oh, it's
I think they're
functional.
really cool.
No, they're not. Oh, it's functional. You're James May. You've turned from Richard Hammond to James May. I've still always remained
I've
Clarkson.
always been James May, and
No,
I've
you
never been
haven't.
Richard.
You have. You've always been Richard until fucking 8 months ago. I am 22 years of age. I don't want a functional car. I don't want a family car. I want to settle down and move in with Stephen. Yes. I don't want, oh, fucking sit like, yeah, we'll go to garden centres because he loves gardening. He loves flowers and stuff. That's sweet and romantic. Not, let's buy a shed and wear cargo pants. That's not it. We'll buy a shed to put things in and be like, oh, this is a nice garden feature we'll put in the back garden. We'll sit under a cozy night and, blanket up. Things like that. Not, oh, this garden attachment looks really gen. Like, fuck off. Honestly. You went from blowing shit up to being gay.
I still blow shit up.
If you keep continuing on with your fuckery, I'm going to get the end crystals out.
Do you not remember, all the times you've lassoed me and all that annoying shit?
I don't actually. That was when you were fun. Ooh.
My credit card works. I don't think I have. I think I've had it delivered, the physical card delivered to the wrong address, because at the same time that I was applying for this credit card, I also changed my address from Gateshead at my mum's old place to my dad's. So what they've done is they've read the address and gone, okay, 56 North 1 Street, Gateshead, so it's